So everyone knows it's no secret that our brain is a very wonderful and marvelous machine. It's also no secret that the brain is the key to creating this reality. We always must remember that our brain acts as a receiver between the conscious, unconscious, between the spiritual and physical dimension. So the brain is an important part in creating your life by design, right? So if you want to really get ahead and create what we want, we have to know how to hack the brain so that you can create and manifest, because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting the brain to work in a way that can serve you. But right now, our brain has been programmed against us through all the junk and all the negativity. So is there a way that I can hack my brain, that I can really start to manifest what I want? The answer is yes. I'm going to share with you about 4 powerful methods or techniques that you can start applying right now, and you will start to hack your brain to manifest more. I'm going to share with you how they work. So the first key is, here's what you need to know. Remember this word: neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the secret to hacking your brain to manifest what you want. So in simple terms, neuroplasticity is basically your brain wiring based on certain conditions it learned. The brain is all about filtering. What the brain likes to do, your brain does not like to work hard. It likes to work smart. So the brain will constantly scan and look for patterns. And whatever pattern it sees the most, it forms a connection. It's called a neural connection, and that's called synaptic pruning. So the brain will likely filter what it doesn't want and keep what it does based on your habit, your actions, how you act in your day, your life, your routine, all that. That's called neuroplasticity. So if you want to train your brain to become more open so that you can attract more, that's the secret to this now. The secret is, if I can get my brain to open the filter to allow more things that I couldn't see before to come in, such as more for my goals, for my desires, opportunities, then you have the chance to manifest more. You raise your vibration, everything works for you. So this is how you're going to hack your brain. I'm going to share with you the 4 things. They're in no particular order. But the first one is intermittent fasting. If you can practice intermittent fasting, you'll create neuroplasticity to help to manifest. And let me show you how it works. So when you intermittent fast, it basically means that you may have maybe a big meal for breakfast and just don't eat anything for the rest of the day. Small meal, don't eat anything for the rest of the day. What it does, it kind of recharges the cells. Your body goes back into a default state. The cells in your body, the toxins, they release, and you have new endorphins and dopamine, and that creates high energy, and the brain now starts to fuse to become more optimistic. So if you're more optimistic, you're able to see more things, your mind is more clear, and you're able to focus on what you want. Your vibration changes, so your brain can filter in new reality. So that's intermittent fasting is the first one. The second technique that you can do that will help you to hack your brain to create whatever you want is a visual exercise. And let me show you how this works. So we all know the power of visualizing. We've all heard it, but how many people actually apply it? How many people actually make a routine to do it? I bet you not many, because they haven't realized how powerful that is. Let me share something with you. Visualizing is the secret. Everyone needs to do it. That's how you manifest. Everything comes in the mind and then it goes out. So let me share with you this powerful technique that will create neuroplasticity to create and hack your mind to manifest. So what you want to do is, you want to make sure that you set a time, maybe every night. Spend 5-10 minutes. Close your eyes and visualize your goal. See it in an end format. But now here's the secret ingredient that's going to create neuroplasticity. We're going to use music. Get some powerful music. Get some type of music that incites and makes you feel good, that gives you that rush, that goosebump. You have to use music that hype you up, that make you feel good. So put your music on. Use your earphones. Close your eyes and visualize your goal and your dream. Here's what's happening. The music creates a very high energetic vibration. When you hear the music, it incites emotion, feeling. The vision and the image, they all combine and it creates a very powerful neural network. In other words, it incites the neurons in your brain to start firing up together. They start wiring and they create neuroplasticity. See that? Now, once the image in your mind, you got to remember now, what you see in your mind, your brain thinks it's real, so it's firing up these connectors. So after you visualize and you get out of your visualization now and you see your goal, what happens now, your brain will actually start to scan anything that matches that or the opportunity to create that. So you will start to see more openings, more opportunities. You actually start to believe it's more possible, and then things will start to work in your favor to manifest. All right? That's the second method that you can hack your brain to manifest. Now here's the third method. It's also a form of visualization, but I call this coordinate visual exercise. So you're going to visualize in coordinates, and let me show you how that works. For example, you know the way to work every day. You know the way to school. So you have a map in your mind. In other words, you can sit at home and you can go in your head and you can drive to work in your head. You can see the route you're going to take. You can sit at home. You can walk to store. You can know where you're going to walk at. So what you're doing is you're creating a coordinate in your mind's eye. You're seeing the actual event, but in your mind's eye because you've done it so many times. Why is it able for you to see that so easily? That's neuroplasticity. Your brain recognizes that, so it puts it in coordinates. So here's what you do now. Instead of seeing the coordinate of you going to work and all that, here's what you start to do. Picture, just like normal, you walk into the park, you're going to work, but start to put objects on the way there. For example, if you're driving to work, why don't you put a pot with money, a pot of gold? Now this sounds trippier. It says, what is this guy talking about? Well, here's something you need to understand. The brain does not know the difference. So if it sees something in that coordinate, it will actually start to believe it's part of the play, the plan. So you have to start to put physical evidence of the things you want. Maybe you're driving to work, then put the house of your dreams right there. Put an ATM, put money flying out. Put the person of your dreams. Whatever it is, put it on the way there, in the middle, in the street, on the side. Because here's the point of this. It's operating your brain now to create neuroplasticity, to open, to become a more open and aware of filtering information. So what your brain will start to do now, it will start to look for opportunities that represent the things you put there. So if you see money, it's going to create more opportunities for you to make money. If you see your perfect mate, it's going to create opportunities for you to attract the perfect partner. It's going to start to expand its filter. Because when the brain sees that, all's happening here is your neurons are connecting and they're just firing off with each other. They can't tell the difference. They don't know it's not real. They think and see it's real. And what makes this even more fascinating is the fact that because you do it every day, the brain actually now starts to believe it, and those neural plasticity now starts to connect even faster because it knows the route. It sees you take it every day. So it says, oh, okay, this must be a part of the route. There's money here. There's a house here. So that's the key. Put the things you want in that. And if you practice that visual, you're going to create neuroplasticity. See how it works? So that's the third powerful method that you can do. And now here's the fourth method that you can use to hack your brain to manifest. Now, use your less dominant hand. See, okay, if you're right-handed, use your left hand. What do I mean by that? Let's say you're right-handed. So you're using your phone, you're texting and right. Start using your left hand to text. What that does now, you're training the brain. Now the brain is picking up a different avenue of your senses and your emotion. So now you start using your left hand instead of your right hand to do things. Maybe if you're drinking your coffee, use your left hand. Stirring the drink, use your left hand if you're right-handed. Start to practice using your off hand to do things that are easy so that you can start. What it's going to do is it's going to create a new pathway. Now your brain is going to start to relearn, and that's going to create an open filter. It's new information. Every time the brain learns something new, it creates storage or memory. So it expands. So if you do that, you're expanding your filtration system. So look, here's a secret I want you to know in this. If you notice, everything I'm saying or putting together or teaching is about expansion, open, and aware. That's what you want. Because you see, the thing is, everything you want or desire exists simultaneously, but your brain can only filter so much. It can't hold everything. It can't filter everything at the same time. So it has to pick and choose what the dominant thought or feeling is. So if you start to impact your brain with these methods, now you start to tell your brain, or you start to create neuroplasticity to remove the things you don't want and add the things you do want. That's the secret here. Now the brain will start to bring those things into your reality. In other words, it'll start to let you see them, let you experience them, and that comes by way through your subconscious mind. See how it works? So those are 4 powerful things that you can start to do. So I would recommend doing them every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, as often as you can do them, so that you can build this repetition so that your brain can get it. And now the beauty is, now once you start to do this, now your vibration raises. If your vibration is raised, what's raised? It's called your attractive factor. That's the ability for you to create and manifest stuff. And now a whole new reality opens up for you. Things that were right in front of your face that you couldn't see before start to show up, because now your brain accepts these new filters. And there you have it. Secret to hacking the brain is neuroplasticity and implementing this awareness and filtration system to open the mind so that you can deliberately manifest your life by design.